After college, Rikuo Uazumi, a boy without much ambition in life, takes on a job at a convenience store. The days pass by uneventfully for Rikuo until he meets his former girlfriend and classmate, but especially thanks to the unusual Haru Nanaka, and her pet raven. Yanami Kobani, an ordinary girl, finds out on her 16th birthday that she is betrothed to Mitsumine Hakia, a boy the same age as her. Hakia moves in from the countryside and starts living with her, bringing his younger sister who is still a primary school student with him. Also added is his older sister who is already living with Kobani and is 2 years older. The story revolves around these four people and their identities as couples and sisters-in-law. While testing out his camera on a bridge one summer night, Kaito Kirishima sees a blue light streaking across the sky, only to be blown off the railing seconds later. Just before succumbing to unconsciousness, a hand reaches down to grab a hold of his own. Dazed and confused, Kaito wakes up the next morning wondering how he ended up back in his own room with no apparent injuries or any recollection of the night before. As he proceeds with his normal school life, Kaito and his friends discuss what to do with his camera, finally deciding to make a film with it over their upcoming summer break. Noticing that Kaito has an interest in the new upperclassman Ichika Takatsuki, his friend Tetsura Ishigaki decides to invite her, as well as her friend Ramon Yamano, to join them in their movie project. In what becomes one of the most entertaining and exciting summers of their lives, Kaito and his friends find that their time spent together is not just about creating a film, but something much more meaningful that will force them to confront their true feelings and each other. If you blush, you lose. Living by this principle, the middle schooler Nishikata gets constantly made fun of by his seat neighbor Takagi-san. With his pride shattered to pieces, he vows to turn the tables and get back at her someday. And so, he attempts to tease her day after day, only to find himself victim to Takagi-san's ridicule again sooner than later. Will he be able to make Takagi-san blush from embarrassment even once in the end? High schooler Hayase Nagatoro loves to spend her free time doing one thing, and that is to bully her senpai. After Nagatoro and her friends stumble upon the aspiring artist's drawings, they find enjoyment in mercilessly bullying the timid senpai. Nagatoro resolves to continue her cruel game and visits him daily so that she can force senpai into doing whatever interests her at the time, especially if it makes him uncomfortable. Slightly aroused by and somewhat fearful of Nagatoro, senpai is constantly roped into her antics as his interests, hobbies, appearance, and even personality are used against him as she entertains herself at his expense. As time goes on, senpai realizes that he doesn't dislike Nagatoro's presence, and the two of them develop an uneasy friendship as one patiently puts up with the antics of the other. Hatori Chiz is only 16, but she has lost far more than most. With neither family nor hope, it seems all doors are closed to her. But, a chance encounter began to turn the rusted wheels of fate. In her darkest hour, a mysterious magus appears before Chiz, offering a chance she couldn't turn down. This magus, who seems closer to demon than human, will he bring her the light she desperately seeks? Or drown her in ever deeper shadows? Yoshioka Futaba used to be in love with a boy named Tanaka Kao in middle school. However, after a misunderstanding, their relationship as friends ends when he transfers schools over summer vacation. In high school, her world is turned around once more when she meets Kao again, this time under the name of Mabuchi Kao. Kuronimasa Wako is the perfect heroine for a horror movie. With her jet black hair, sinister smile, and silent demeanor, she is often mistaken for the haunting movie character Sadeko. But behind her scary facade is a very misunderstood teenager. Too shy to fit in, all she wants to do is make some friends. But when a popular boy in class befriends her, she is sure to make more than just that. She is about to make some enemies too. Although admired at school for her amiability and academic prowess, high school student Kyoko Hori has been hiding another side of her. With her parents often away from home due to work, Hori has to look after her younger brother and do the housework, leaving no chance to socialize away from school. Meanwhile, Izumi Miyamura is seen as a brooding, glasses-wearing otaku. However, in reality, he is a gentle person inept at studying. Furthermore, he has 9 piercings hidden behind his long hair and a tattoo along his back and left shoulder. By sheer chance, Hori and Miyamura cross paths outside of school, neither looking as the other expects. These seemingly polar opposites become friends, sharing with each other a side they have never shown to anyone else. Hashibakuya is a 28-year-old game developer. With his company going bankrupt, and him losing his job, he returns to his hometown. Looking at the success of creators of his age, he finds himself regretting his life decisions as he lay distressed on his bed. But when he opens his eyes, he finds that he has traveled 10 years back to the time before he entered college. Will he finally make things right? This is a story about a failed person who is given a second opportunity to follow his dreams. Mizutani Shizuku is the type of person who only cares for her own grades. But when she accidentally delivers lesson notes to Yoshida Haru, he becomes convinced they are friends. Haru turns out to have a very innocent personality, but who would have thought that Haru would actually confess to Shizuku? A cold-hearted girl and super troublemaker romance with a fresh new perspective. Yuta Togashi suffered from Tsuyonabu while he was in middle school. When he graduated, he put that dark history behind him and forgot about it, or he was supposed to. High school was smooth sailing and full of enjoyment, until the unavoidable, sad event occurs. The event that locks Yuta into a contract with Rika Takanashi and disrupts his desperately ordinary life. Tomoya Okazaki is a third-year high school student resentful of his life. His mother passed away from a car accident when he was younger, causing his father to resort to alcohol and gambling. This results in fights between the two until Tomoya's shoulder is injured in a fight. Since then, Tomoya has had distant relationships with his father, causing him to become a delinquent over time. While on a walk to school, he meets a strange girl named Nagisa Furukawa who is a year older, but is repeating due to illness. Due to this, she is often alone as most of her friends have moved on. The two begin hanging out and slowly, as time goes by, Tomoya finds his life shifting in a new direction. This romantic comedy revolves around an antisocial high school student named Hakigaya Hachiman with a distorted view on life and no friends or girlfriend. When he sees his classmates talking excitedly about living their adolescent lives, he mutters, "They're a bunch of liars." When he is asked about his future dreams, he responds, "Not working." A teacher gets Hachiman to join the volunteer service club, which happens to have the school's prettiest girl, Yuki Nashida Yukino. Despite Ryoji Takasu's gentle personality, his eyes make him look like an intimidating delinquent, so he is utterly hopeless about his chances of getting a girlfriend anytime soon, and does not have many close friends either. After being greeted by his hungover mother in the morning, Ryoji goes to school and is happy to find that he gets to be in the same class as his best friend Yosaku Kitamura and crush Minori Kushida. However, it is then that he unexpectedly knocks into the school's most dangerous animal of the highest risk level, Taiga Isaka, who just happens to also be in his class, and is a good friend of Minori. Despite Ryoji Takasu's gentle personality, his eyes make him look like an intimidating delinquent. Class rearrangements on his second high school year put him together with his best friend, Yosaku Kitamura, and his hidden crush, Minori Kushida. Along with these two comes Kushida's best friend, Taiga Isaka. Her delicate appearance contrasts with her brutal personality. Secretly in love with Kitamura, Taiga agrees to help Ryoji with his love interest as long as he helps her get closer to hers.